Welcome once again to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss about code sense standard. So um, once again, I want to introduce myself as Ravi Bansode, director of Sri Asan Tech, and I am more than 21 years in this industry. And our company is located in Pune, and contact details are as given below. So today we'll start the first about with the designing. So we are discussing about the engineering designing. What is the designing? It's a evaluating, analyzing, and calculating the suitability of components, products, or system based on the engineering formulas and best engineering practices. So example for that one is for internal pressure calculation, where we use the formulas and what are the outcome of that one is as shown here. So next we will see the what is modeling. It is the virtual presentation of equipment or product or item into a 3D form for better understanding before it manufactured. So here is the example. Here there are some vessels which are 3D modeled and it's connected with some of the pipings and that one. These are all done before the manufacturings. Now we will understand what is the drawings. So it's a it's a output of the designing what we done, like the calculations and that the thickness or what are the lengths and that way arrived in by calculations, and the modeling what we done in 3D and that one, that is plotting into a schematic for the manufacturing purpose or understanding. So this is the example for the same. So now we'll move for the basics of designing, that is stress and strain. The definition for stress is the force resistance offered by the body against the deformations. It's a material internal resistance per unit area to the deformation caused by the applied load. When you apply some forces on a material, it's complete the area which the forces is applied, that that exists the resistance to that deformations. So that is the stress developed inside that material, and that unit which called as strain, the inside the water the deformation and under applied loads is the strain. So we studied, this is the stress strain diagram, in which we seen that the when we applied force in x direction, or you can see in this direction, the material start slowly the deformation at particular point, that is yield strength, means till the force which stand the material is till that yield strength when it start deforming. So after the yield strength it moves till the ultimate strength. Once it moves to ultimate strength, so it completely lost its strength and it's going to be fracture. So we normally considered in designing the yield strength or ultimate strength, means what the material is resisting till the maximum which it should not be failure. So that forces or that strength we take into the design considerations. So now we'll move as a strength. What is the strength of material? So it is the ability to resist deformations, like we seen in the last graph, where it's resisting till it's deforming. So after that it will be failure. So till it resists are the strength of that material, that is yield strength or ultimate strength. Now we will see the what are the different types of loading of So these are the few different types of loading which applies on the material are compression, tension, shear, torsion or bending. So these are the different forces normally applies on the material which going to before the failing, or we will check this one before the design considerations. So these are should be within our limit. When we apply these forces, the design consideration should be within our limit, like maximum ultimate strength or maximum yield strength. It should be within that one, whatever loads we are applying in that one. So now we'll move for the codes and standards. First of all, we'll understand what is codes and standards. These are the codes and standards are several groups or authorities or regulations. They are written some procedures that to be followed for building any of the equipments or any of the products, and that based on their experience or their expertise they build that one and they return the procedure for that one. So in that one there are some mandatory and aspects they are given and some recommended they are given. So that can be followed or that can not be followed, like that. It's recommended which in there are mandatory we should follow that one, like they written some standards. So these to be, if we followed that one, so we will our product or our equipment will be suitable for, no, it's suitable for service. If we not follow that one, it's still it will be based on our the judgment, and that one it may not be suitable for service. So normally many several good companies or many big companies, they follow the codes and standards to be suitable for several users or several manufacturers or several products to be matched each other. So now we'll see some examples for codes. Those are ESME, API, BS, IS. These are the some examples for codes and that one. ESME, it stands for American, API it's also for American Petroleum Institutes, and BS for British Standard, IS for Indian Standard. These are some standards are there. And the example in that standard means particular clause, if we go, like if we want to for flanges dimensions, then we will follow for ASME B16.5, means B16.5 is the standard in ASME. Like that there are several different standards are there. So it will be section wise they are classified. Means first it's codes, means different countries different they made their codes, and in that one there is different classification. Those are the standards. And there are some companies, they also build their own standards, like Shell, Aramco, BP, L&T, Technip. These are the some big organizations or companies. They build their own standards. They follows the international standard as well as their own standards, and they build their standards, and accordingly they manufacture their products or their equipments. And these are particularly for their company, and there are some of the companies like PIP and that one, this is general guidelines this company given to anybody can be followed this one. But this Shell, Aramco and BP, they themselves they following this one, and others can also be followed, but they are not recommending for others to follow that one. It's built for themselves. Now we'll move what is the use of these codes and standards. So the normally they provide the answer for the following, like know what and know how. In most of the cases, the situation know what and know how is sufficient to solve the problems. But they don't provide the answer for know why. So why we will learn from our experience or our based on our judgment or based on our textbooks, and these know why will come to them. But know what and know how the normally codes and standards they provides. So the codes and standard normally applicable for material inspection, design, fabrication and constructions. The codes and standard, but it's not for, it's not cover all the aspects. And these are the not textbooks, and these are practical based information they given, derivation they given, but it's not a theoretical, and it's not cover the why. So the why will learn from study, experiment or application or experience. A knowledge of why, it's normally where it will get the useful is when we're selecting the material in that one, which material is suitable for applications or which standard is where to be used, and if you want to derive any equations of that one, or if you want to follow any new methods in that one, in that cases the why is useful. But normally what and how is given in the codes and standards, and that is maximum times it's enough to build our equipment on that one. So if you see the ASME in that one, there are several different sections they made in that one. So and each sections they provide the different applicability. Like section 1 they provide power boiler, section 2 they provide material, section 3 they provide nuclear facility. Like that there are several sections they made in ASME, and accordingly they uses for that one. If we take some example for that one, if we see the ASME in section 8 division 1, in that one clause UG 27, if we see there they provided the how to calculate the thickness of the vessel, and they given this is the directly formula, but where it's arrived, how it's arrived, why this formula is they didn't provide that one. So they provided directly the formula for to calculate thickness. So if we take this formula and we will calculate our thickness, and if we see the applicability of this ASME, the different parts of the equipment, these are the there are given each and every parts they given some the clause in that ASME. So where what will be applicable, so we will select that one, that clause, and accordingly we will calculate or we will evaluate that value for required for that one. I think hope you understand about the codes and standards, and if you have any questions or any doubts to be clarified, just write below the comments. We'll try to reply all the queries, or you can send the email also where we given our email ID in that one. You can send the email also, we will support. Or if you want any more videos similar type, please write what are your interested part, so we will try to build another video related to same. Thank you.